Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Sharice and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy.
Hey, how y'all doing today? Tuesday. All right. This morning, we're going to be talking about financial fears. This is a good one. I'm excited about this one because I woke up with fear, not having fear, but fear on my mind. I woke up with fear.
You did today?
No, I had to correct that. I didn't wake up with fear. I woke up with fear on my mind. How to get past fear. And, a lot of people have a lot of subconscious fear that they are unaware of.
Yeah.
That's where procrastination and shrinking and imposter syndrome and stuff like that comes from.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, everybody, we should be live. If y'all are on Facebook, holler out at Sharice. Since that one day I thought we were live and we wasn't. I've been real nervous about it. That we were not on your channel broadcasting. I think we were. Anyway, I've been real nervous about that. So technology, but it is Tuesday, September the 23rd. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's skipping on by. So I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. And our topic, we were just talking about fear. And I really want to talk about money fears and money problems. What's on my mind as of late is I've been thinking about, I got multiple thoughts on my mind, but I've been thinking about my couples that have big financial discrepancies between what the male makes and the female makes. Okay. Or actually, because I've had a couple of lesbian couples fall into this too, and gay male couples. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It's a significant difference, like 35,000, 135,000, or 100,000, 600,000. And so 100,000, a million, and so that type of financial discrepancy is I'm trying to figure out as a therapist, what do I want to say about that? Do I want to think of a program to help these couples or what? Because the difference is like mindset and how we live life and how we vacation and what we should spend our money on. And all of those things are coming up. To bring that around to the conversation today is, I know that there are a good amount of women out there, or people, let me say people, who are actually scared to make more money because more money, more problems. I know that there are a good amount of people out there who are scared to make more money because their partner is going to have a reaction. If I make more money now, like this relationship is working now, but I know because I got a bonus last year that they went a little crazy. Either they saw my money and they wanted to start spending, or they started getting their feelings about stuff, or I made more money. It empowered me in my relationship. Now I'm asking for stuff that I wasn't asking for before, and the relationship is feeling some type of a rebalance, And so, because the person with the money, sometimes in some relationships, is running everything. So if I start making more money, it empowers me. Now they're not running everything. It could break the relationship. Money has broken relationships before. And so I want us to talk about today the fears we have around money, how to help people deal with the fears they have around money. How do you work on those? Identify if they're holding you back. What are you scared of if they're holding you back? And then hopefully we'll talk about what they can do. But I want y'all to know that these things are real. That's what I want you to know. These, sometimes they're conscious and it, sometimes they're subconscious, but you know it. One of the financial people, because I pretty much I won't say I always work on money issues, but I know every time it's time for me to grow, I got to spend some time working on money issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I've shared with you guys before, one of my big things is scared of taxes, just because I was in a whole tax mess. And when I first started my business, going from a W-2 employee to being self-employed, I didn't make that tax transition well. And just the stress I felt like for years until I found an accountant who would really work with me and help me figure it out. And so I constantly, when I think about making more money, I have to tell myself, you have an accountant now. Yeah. Those things won't happen again. Yeah. We won't get in that big of a hole again. Like, I have to tell myself that. So, but there's so many other little financial things that you may be thinking that will hold you back. So one of my financial coaches that I've listened to, she said she realized she had a problem when she made the same thing in a row, like within like $10, 2 years straight. And she was just like, the odds are of being self-employed and making almost the same exact thing. She was like, something it just didn't sit right with her. She was like, and I feel like I worked harder and I still came up making the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And so she realized for her, she felt like she didn't have permission to make more than her parents did. And so and I was like, now that's an interesting one. You wouldn't think, you know, but that's a big one. So what if I make more money and now I want to travel to places my friends can't travel to, and I'm not trying to pay for everybody? Yeah. What if now I want to brunch at places that people can't afford? I'm all right spending $500 for a meal. Now I know they not. Like, so do I have to eat by myself? Do I have to travel by myself? Yeah. Like, what does that mean? And so all of these are little fears that people have financially. So, okay, Sharice, you go. I don't want to be taking the whole thing.
Well, I think it absolutely is a real thing that people, I think we're so on automatic, just in so much overwhelmed, we don't stop and think to realize that this is a big cause of the issue with your money within yourself and your relationship.
Yeah.
You know, and I talked to so many different people, so many different stories, right? You know, your background story, your money story is pretty much your background story. And I went through some reprogramming with money, and we had to go all the way back to our backstory. And then we had to create our new story. Our backstory was, you know, ain't no money, no growing trees. Ain't nobody got no money for that. You know, and I think that also I heard a lot of, well, they only going to give you so much. They only going to let you do so much. You know, and that's programming. So if we hear that growing up, that's what we're going to think and live by. Well, we had so many more opportunities, you know, to create more, you know, with entrepreneurship alone in this day and time. And we just have to be open to the shifting and the reprogramming that we can have whatever we really truly want, right? We can have the desires of our heart. It's that be clear, as we always say, Natalie, be clear about what you want.
Yeah.
And change and shift your mindset to get what you want. So, and I want to stay kind of focused in that little space of how were you raised?
Yeah.
What tell you about money that limits you, you know, that makes you think that I can't have more. Or we might have grew up, some of us might have grown up with daddy making the money and mommy being at home. Right. Or daddy and mommy working and never still enough money. Right. But parents working hard and we still don't have enough. You know, so it's a lot, and people don't understand that affected you. How you live today.
Yeah.
And
it could be something like, it may affect you like this. You don't have $100 to buy this ticket for this workshop, but you went to Walmart and spent $5 or $20 5 days in a row on really nothingness. And so it's the same $100, but your mindset, I ain't got $100 for this, but I can spend $20 every day at Walmart for 5 days in a row. Same thing, Same money, but it's the way you see it.
Yes.
And so really figuring that out for yourself. So I want to make, I always want to make sure you guys walk away with something practical from us. So this is a practical thing I want you to do. I want you to do that, the 30-day challenge, the 30-day money challenge. And you double the amount of money each day. And so you can figure out what your affirmation needs to be. I have this amount of money in the bank. I earn this amount of money. This money flows into my hand, something, but you're going to start and you're just going to double it. So let's start with something like $100. I have $100. What's that feel like? Oh, I'm feeling good. Okay, great. The next day, you're going to journal. I have $200 because we doubled it, right? How does that feel? Oh, that feels good. And then 400, and then 800, 1600, 3200, and you're going to keep doubling it until you start to feel, okay, this doesn't feel good. Or this is a little scary. Or I'm not sure exactly what I would do with this. And so that's where you go to work. But that's a really good practical thing to do to identify where your money issues are, where your money blocks are, at what level do you get blocked. Okay. All right. So that's all you can do. Just write it out and then write, okay, how do I feel about that? How does that feel in my body?
Okay.
Like right now, I'm feeling a little stress right here in my shoulder. Like I feel it. I don't know why. I guess we just talking about, because we're not supposed to be talking about money stuff out loud. Maybe because we're not supposed to be, but I have a little stress. So you're just going to notice that and then figure out what that is. Just kind of sit there. You can sit there and ask your body, like, okay, why are you feeling stressed? Why are you feeling stressed? What's going on? Why is the topic of money stressing you out? And it's the idea for me, and I'll be very vulnerable with you all, that somehow I'm not going to be able to keep my friends. That's always a whole, everything goes back to that for me. Like I'm going to somehow lose my friends, keep my friends. They're not going to be able to grow with me. Like all of those things. They're not going to like me no more or something. And that came from being successful in school early on and then being moved out from my friend group to like a special class. So so it's just, so anything that feels like, oh, we're going to rise above. No, we're not trying to do that. We want to hang out with the people. So what does that mean? And so I'm constantly having to remind myself there's a new set of people that you can hang out with. And at this point in my life, I'm not losing my friends. I got one friend that's been with me since the 7th grade. We're going to keep rocking together. But I have to tell myself that. Because that little girl on the inside, that subconscious mind, however you want to say it, she's always going to be scared of that. So working with that. So that's a real good practical way for you guys to work on it. And y'all got to work on it. Like this is not, what do I want to say? Don't take this lightly. That's what I want to say. Don't take this lightly. Oh my God, I'm good. Because it'll come out in crazy ways. You'll make $1 million or spend $2 million, and now you're $1 million broke, and you want to understand what happened.
Right.
Good. So people who win the lottery, I think the number is high, and I can't remember the statistics. So if anybody remembers the statistic, throw it up. But I feel like it's like 80% of those people wind up broke again in a couple of years, like and worse off, because it's so much about mindset that goes with the money. And so, and I remember one particular guy, I think he got the money and wound up committing suicide. I remember hearing that story. So money is a magnifier. And so what will making more money magnify in your life? What will it do for you? Is it going to give you a sense of peace, or is it going to give you, or is it going to give you more anxiety?
Yeah, that's why you got to do the healing first. That's why you got to focus constantly on the healing in the meantime. When you don't have the money, you still got to focus on the healing, because I believe that's will help you keep the wealth and even help you get to the money. Right? Because I think not having the money is sometimes protecting you.
It is. Definitely. There are a good amount. I'm trying to start specializing. I am specializing in entrepreneurial couples. There are a good amount of entrepreneurial couples that when they was broke, they was great. We ain't got no money to fight over.
Yeah.
If we get in $200 from a deal, we know exactly that it's got to be paid. We got to pay the power bill. There's nothing for us to disagree on because we really don't have it. Now that we making 200, now that we about to cross the $500,000 mark. Now everything is a money argument.
Yeah.
Everything. And so not making money is protective.
Yeah.
And then when you're a couple together, we got two sets of money issues, two different money stories trying to run this ship. Mm-hmm. And so it can get so hectic. It can get really hectic. Because my money issue is to saying that we gotta spend, we gotta invest. Your money issue is just saying we gotta save.
Yes.
And we might not have it for tomorrow.
Totally.
But we gotta spend money to make money. If we're not gonna make no money if we don't spend no money. Yeah. Okay, but we ain't gonna have no money if we spend all our money. And back and forth and back and forth.
You gotta get in alignment and make it make sense for the family.
Yes.
Like super important.
Right. Which is talking about with your financial partner, what do we want our money to do? What do we believe about money? What's our money belief? Is our money belief? Right. We believe it grow on trees? Do we believe it? Yeah.
We gotta merge our beliefs.
Yeah. And can y'all then also come up with like a shared plan, shared goal, almost like a shared operating system for the money? If the money comes in the household, 10% goes over here, 30% goes over here, like we're in agreement that when it flows in and flows through, we know where it's going. So it's not a fight every time, because every time we got to make a different decision. And so doing those things. So, okay, what else do y'all need from us today? Because I want to make sure that you're doing the work. Okay, go, Sharice.
I want to share a bit of my money story and what I had discovered. Mm-hmm. I may have shared before about, the issue with my cousin and, us being in beauty pageant and me, doing the sports thing. And she like, oh, you win everything. You get everything because you're pretty. That was the moment I started shrinking in life. That was my moment because that was my girl. That's my girl.
Yeah.
And I don't want you thinking that I get nothing or I'm better than you by any means.
Right.
Because I look different than you.
Yes.
Right. So that was 5-6 years old. I started shrinking then. I knew that the way that I looked could get me some things, right? Maybe some different things, because she basically proved it to me at a young age.
Yeah.
That was an issue, but it was an innocent issue, right?
Yeah.
That carried us through life. So my moment of shrinking. So later on in therapy, doing this inner work, I realized that's why I have always shrank, and also why I went in the business that I went in. I always want every woman I know. I need you. I'm the one that will enhance you. Whatever you need, I got your back. I'm going to make sure you look good and feel good. Like that's some heart-centered work right there, because whatever it is that you might be struggling with, I got you. Because I understand. I don't want no woman struggling with how she looks and how she feels about herself, how she sees herself, right? So with that being said, that was also an easy way for me to shrink and put myself in the background because with my work, right?
Right.
I want people to really, really, really hear us with this message, because, there are ways that you could be shrinking and you don't know it. Even like Natalie, the other week, you said, you always showing up. You everywhere doing everything, all the things for everybody. When I know I'm not for real. I'm just pitter-patting out here, getting ready to do some bigger things. But, I had some inner work I had to do. And I know I'm not showing up 100% for myself. I know I'm only showing up 20%. But my 20% looks like, 1,000% to others. But it's not serving. It's not serving the way it should be.
Yeah.
Because I know better. Right. And there's probably an area in your life, Natalie, and any of you that are listening to this broadcast right now, there's an area in your life that you playing with yourself. You playing small, you shrinking.
Yeah.
And the people you got the people thinking that you're showing up just fine and enough and all those things. And dang on well, you are not. So that has a lot to do with your income and your success and your wealth building and how you want your life to look, how you want your relationship to look. You aren't showing up fully for yourself. And why? And it is so connected to your money, so connected to your finances.
It so is. It so is. What's her name? Paula White. Yeah, I remember Paula White was a minister that was real popular back in the day. She probably still
Paula White.
Yeah, I think I've gotten out of the church circuit. But anyway, she preached a sermon one time talking about look at your finances as a mirror for your life. Look at your finances as a mirror for your life.
Yeah.
And that'll tell you where your energy is going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a diary of your life. And it's going to tell you where your energy is going, what's important to you, what's not important to you, what your mindset is around money.
Yeah.
Are you a person that saves a dime out of every dollar no matter what's going on?
Yeah.
Are you the person who can't figure out how to save a dime out of every dollar no matter what's going on? You high and you low and you still can't figure out how to save a penny.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so taking a hard look at your money. And so let's make that practical thing number 2. Look at your spending over the last month and figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And just don't have any judgment about yourself. Like, don't judge yourself. Please don't judge yourself, because y'all not going to get anywhere if you judge yourself. You're just going to get stuck in shame and then denial and then go back to your own way.
Right.
But if you just take a step back and just look without judgment, and then without judgment, think of one thing that you could do better. What's one thing I could do better? What's one thing that I could do better to shift my finances just a little bit, to shift my mindset? How do I need to shift my mindset so that I make this shift? Okay. So that's another practical thing you can do, to just look at your money. And again, don't get into shame. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a client one time that was like, I spent $13,000 at the strip club. Do you know? When I think about looking at money, so it says an accountant told him. And so don't look at your money with judgment. Just look at your money and say, okay, if we were going to make 1% improvement, what would we do? Because I remember changing by 1% and have you wind up in a completely different location, a completely different destination. That was so funny. That was so long ago. Like, do you know how crazy that is? It's like, yeah, it sounds like you had a good time though. And so don't beat yourself up. Just think about, okay, so what's one thing that I can do different? What's one thing that I can do different?
Yeah.
You know, and it is it as simple as saying every day, I make more money every day. I make more money. Every launch will double itself. I will double my income on every launch that I do. Yeah. I create more product, you know, and then as opposed to, let's see, Temu is one of my friends' favorites. For Temu. What if you said, I have to read a book. I have to order a book and read a book before I can order something off of Temu again. Just that simple thing. Now your money is telling the story of you investing in yourself on the inside and the outside, depending on what you order. And so those are simple things. So I want to shift back to the fears and how to work through fears. And in this conversation, I also want to say that you're not mastering. You may not be able to get rid of the fear, but you can learn how to work with the fear. And so it's not like, I think sometimes people think about fear like, let me get all the darkness out of the room, then I'll turn on the light.
Okay.
I just need you to turn on the light. Stop trying to fight the dark. Just turn on the light. So do the thing. So I'm scared and I'm going to do it scared. You know, y'all, it's this one TV show. It was this one line on this one TV show, and I should watch the episode all the time. And the little girl was like, you know what I'm not scared of? I'm not scared of being scared. I was like, what?
That's good.
That is so powerful. If you're not scared of being scared, that means you could do anything. You can be scared and be on a stage. You can be scared and you can make this money. Like, oh my God. When I heard that little girl say that, that was like revelation. Like, I'm not scared of being scared.
That is good.
Right? And so I think so many of us, we don't want the feeling of being scared. We're scared of being scared. Like we don't want to feel that uncomfortableness, that anxiousness, that anxiety. And so we don't do it. Yeah. We don't do the thing. We don't grow. We don't let the money actually stack up in the bank account. Because what does that mean? Okay, go ahead.
That feeling and that emotion, that's the number one thing that we're really fearful of. The feeling. And like the feeling is just the feeling. It's just the emotion. Like that is the hardest. I don't want to cry. Like I don't want my feelings hurt. I don't want you telling me the truth. Like I don't want to hear the truth. You know, those are the things that stop you from your success.
Yeah.
You know, and I told you that I have been getting my butt kicked the past few weeks, probably into a month or so, with my mentor and with the close relationship that I have with someone just telling me the truth. But I had asked for it. I asked for to remove the yes people, to reposition the yes people, and to put people in my life that will tell me the full truth so that I can move forward.
Gotcha.
Hey, you're going to get your feelings hurt. And I said, hurt my feelings. Dismantle me.
Oh, wow.
Dismantle me. And I got that word probably a couple of years ago about the dismantling, and I was going through some stuff with business, divorce, a bunch of personal stuff. And the word came up that I was being dismantled. And it so resonated with me. I was like, oh, yeah, I am. And then I was like, you know what? Go ahead. Go on and just dismantle all this thing because I don't want to be mediocre. So I don't want to continue to be just okay. That's not gonna work, you know. So you got to turn on the light.
Yeah,
turn the light on.
Yeah, you do. Oh my gosh, just so good. That's so good, and I applaud you for your multiple things. I think for your vulnerability and telling us that, for your leadership and going through that, and then the role model you are to face it head on, in a bring it on type of fashion.
Yeah, I had to learn it. I had to learn the bring it on thing. I didn't have that skill.
Yeah.
I have just acquired that skill as of recent.
Right.
I didn't know that I should even do that. And I preach face yourself, face yourself, face yourself, face. But be careful when you teach a thing.
Right. Because you got
and when you settle in a thing, like it's levels to it. Levels to all things.
Yeah.
So you're going to need it to the max.
Yeah.
When you say, oh, this is what I do, this is what I stand on,
yeah.
Oh, okay, this is what you stand on. All right, let me show you this a whole other level. And I'm like, oh, no, I should be running to the pain because that's how it was taught to me. Oh, no, I run to the pain because I want to get through it. Oh, wow, I never heard it that way.
Wow, that's so good.
Run to the pain? You want to run to the pain? Who would want to do that?
Right.
Get it. Never
Yeah.
do. No, because otherwise you're sweeping the pain under the rug.
And you still gonna have to deal with it
And
one
you're
day.
still, thank you, Natalie. That's exactly what I was about to say. So fear, you have to face the fear.
Right.
Fear, pain, same thing. Okay. Fear. So whatever it is that you fear, go ahead and run to it so you can run through it and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Instead of tiptoeing around it,
Yeah.
and it's still
Yeah.
there. You think you're over it, you're not. You
Right.
done swept it under the rug, you done avoided it.
Yes. Let me tell y'all when you're over it. You're over it when you can tell the story without any emotional charge. Okay.
It's good.
And no shame.
It's good.
And I'm going to say no embarrassment.
No embarrassment. I think the embarrassment
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
I think that is the key.
Yeah. Then yeah, girl, that happened. Blah, 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 blah. It's not holding any weight. All right. If you were going to give people 3 tips for running to the pain with fear, how do they still run to the pain when they're so scared? When the fear is saying, don't do it, don't go this way.
You just gotta be bold and trust, like trust on the other side. So practical. All right. So think, I want to heal. Think over everything. Choose healing. So that's my one thing. Choose healing over everything. All right. So if this healing is going to take a little more pain, I'm willing. If it's going to take a little more embarrassment, I'm willing. Right? So go ahead and be to heal yourself, because I believe truly in my heart that it's healing over everything. Because if I'm not healing, then I'm going to stay in the pain, in the mess, right? Secondly, we got to be clear, or maybe that's backwards. What is it? Right? I think so many people aren't in clear understanding of what is it that I really fear. If I am, or is it fear? I think people aren't sure if it's fear. I think people come up with so many excuses that I think so many people do not feel like they are fearful. Because you can be a very confident person and still be fearful.
Right.
Of things, right? So I think you got to be clear. So be willing to heal, get clear that you are fearful and what you're fearful of. Okay? Because that right there is that one, that's where I think the imposter syndrome and the, just fake it till you make it, all that kind of stuff comes in. And we just not in that space anymore. That's not a mature space. The mature thing to do is stand up as a woman, as a man, man up and do whatever it is you got to do. People don't want to say I'm sorry. People don't want to, forgive other people. People don't want to admit their mistakes. So it's a day and time we have to. We don't have a choice.
Oh, goodness.
In order to be a better person, you gotta be willing. Okay. So, and I will say third, be willing.
Yeah.
To go forth boldly.
Yes. And I want, something you said, and I don't know what it was, but there's some people don't think they have any fear. And I can hear them saying, yeah, I ain't scared of nothing. I ain't scared of nothing. Yeah, but you are. And so if you have said those words, if you have thought that thought, I'm not scared of nothing. I need you to now sit down and think of how fear could be dressed up as something else in your life. Main one, perfectionism. Yes. That's really fear. It's dressed up as something else. So
I was going to ask
you want to
what does that look like? Yeah.
So that looks like you working on a book for 10 years if the book is written, but you polishing and you polishing. Oh, I want to get it perfect. Oh, I want to get it perfect. No, you scared to release it because you're scared somebody going to say something negative about it. You're scared. And that's why you just won't put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But from you, oh, I just want to get it perfect. You know, Black excellence. I want to operate in excellence. All right. Why the book ain't came out yet? Can we do it now and do it better later? Can we revise it? Can we get somebody else to proof it and just let it go so that you are progressing, so that you're pushing it out, you know? And so what's that they say? A bad B plan that gets executed is going to be better than a perfect A plan every day of the week.
Yes.
And so got to move into that execution.
Yes.
Well, I wanted to be right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But to the point where you're not progressing, you're not getting it out. You're not under the guise of, oh, I'm not scared. I wanted everything to be perfect.
Yeah.
I want to operate in excellence. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it holding you back? Is it holding you back? Did somebody else put out 5 terrible books and you still ain't got your one excellent book out?
And now out here changing lives and making money, and you still sitting there.
Right. Speaking. Well, I ain't got my speech together yet. I ain't practiced it enough. It ain't perfect enough. Meanwhile, person over there tripping on stage, tripping over the words, missaying everything. But booking speaking engagement after speaking engagement because they're doing it imperfectly.
Yeah.
Because they're doing it along with the fear.
Yeah.
And you are hiding behind perfection.
Yes.
You're hiding around excellence.
Equals fear. Perfection equals fear.
Yeah.
And those are the things that I think people aren't expecting.
Yes.
You call it perfectionism. No, it's fear.
Yeah. And there's so many other ways, and I wish I could think of all of them right now. But look at your life. Mm-hmm. And it's like, where am I stalled? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. If everybody did that today, where am I stalled? Where am I stagnant, if you like that word? Mm-hmm. Why isn't this project coming to completion? Mm-hmm. I thought I would have it done in 2 years, and it's been 4. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Could it be a fear? How about this? How about you just say, if it is a fear, what's the fear? Let's just assume it is a fear. Look, what's my fear here? What's my fear here? Is it that I'll be seen? Because if I get seen, somebody might have something negative to say about it. Yeah. You know, and that negative is not going to feel good for me. I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many other things. I wish I could think of them all right now. Because I want you guys moving forward. Like moving forward. You have so many gifts to give.
Oh my God.
You know? And this is the thing, because I think that scares some people sometimes when we talk about your gifting and you're going to help people. You may only be helping one person, but that one person needs your one message, however it's going to come.
Yes.
Okay. And so, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And go ahead, Sharice.
Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead and finish.
There's such all of this adds to your story. So one of my early supervisors, she looked at me and she was like, Natalie, God wastes nothing. Mm-hmm. All of this is going to work for your good. And you don't understand it now.
All of it.
You're not, and I can see that, many things that we go through, we never can understand it when we're in it. Yeah. It's only once we get past it. Yeah. And so if you're not moving forward, notice that, like, what's going on? Why am I not moving forward? What's the fear here? Mm-hmm. And so that would be it. I think if you could just ask, probably if you could sit down once a week, Actually, if you want to really propel yourself forward, probably sit down once a day. Start your day off. So do your morning meditation, however you do that, and then take 5 minutes and say, what am I scared of? Where am I holding myself back? Where am I not making progress? Oh, I'm supposed to do this project and I let it go because of whatever, because I got scared.
Yeah.
Like you'll just be amazed what starts coming up for you. Another good question to ask yourself daily to start moving yourself forward fast is, what thinking pattern do I need to change? What thinking pattern do I need to change?
Yep.
Because my thoughts create my world. Yeah. If I don't like this world, what thinking pattern do I need to change my world? Like, how do I do that today?
Yeah.
And so those things, they're so little and powerful.
Oh, shoot, yeah, they're
little and powerful. And so, yeah. Okay. That's my 2 cents for today. I want you guys moving forward, breaking through all of the things. We started talking about the finances, but the finances are a mirror for everything else. It's the mirror. So look at your finances as a mirror. And then I think that'll give you a lot of answers on why you're not moving forward or what you're scared of, or at least just a good place to start looking for answers or developing the questions. Yeah. Okay. What else, Sharice? Final thoughts.
My final thoughts are, figure out your fears. Because those fears are holding you. Your money might not be your issue.
Right.
That money might not be your issue. It might be love and relationship.
Oh, yeah.
It could be forgiveness. It could be, you might have issues somewhere else. We are just talking about money because we are entrepreneurs, and most of whatever we deal with internally, that
comes out in our money.
It does. That's why we talk a lot about that here. But, we know that there's a massive audience here of people of all kinds, all walks of life. So money might not be an issue. It might be fine for you, but you find yourself unhappy, and you find yourself not settled, and you find yourself not finding the love of your life, and, attracting the people that you want in your life. What fears? Figure out your fears. What are you fearing that is blocking what you really want in life?
Yes, say that. Okay. I think that's perfect. I don't think I need to add anything to that. Yeah. Let me say a last moment of kind of a word of grace is, we are all working. We are all becoming. Yep. Please don't look at anybody else and think, oh, they arrived.
Yeah.
Don't. Focus on your own journey. As long as you're progressing and moving forward the way you could, just become the better version of yourself. Please don't look at anybody else thinking they got it. They got it all together. This is what they got, and you don't, because it's not true. You on your own journey. Comparison. What they say, comparison is a thief of joy. Don't let nothing steal your joy. Yeah. All right, wonderful people. Anything else before I let y'all go? All right.
It's quiet today, so I'll catch up with them later and see if anyone has anything to say, but they were super quiet. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We got a couple comments.
Okay, good.
Some good mornings. Hey,
y'all.
All right, we're jumping off.
All right, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Audio Jungle.